Hello, guys. Alec back for another video. Today, we're going to be talking about one of the most misunderstood dieting strategies in the fitness industry, and that is intermittent fasting. What is intermittent fasting? What does it do? Is there any benefits or downsides to intermittent fasting? Well, I'm here to tell you, because I do it every day. I practice it every single day, and people often are strict when it comes to this tactic, which I'm not. I'm very lenient. So what is intermittent fasting? Intermittent fasting is essentially where you choose a window of time, typically 16 hours, where you don't eat anything, and then you find the additional 8 hours, adding up to be 24 hours. You find that last 8 hours to essentially eat whatever you want in that given time frame, which is a very, very bad way of looking at it. I've looked at a lot of YouTubers who basically point that out, and they say that just that little quote that you can eat whatever you want in that 8-hour window, which is going to affect your goals. Let's talk about the benefits of this thing. Okay, we know what it is. It's just basically a time frame where you eat and another time frame where you don't eat. What are the benefits of this? Well, it aids in weight loss and increases your human growth hormone by a lot, which can also help with your strength, speeding up your metabolism, weight loss, and even retaining the muscles you already have. So why is this such a big misconcepted thing? I don't know. People will give it a negative connotation. It makes no sense why people do that. And, I was watching a video recently of Doucette giving Greg O'Gallagher shit about intermittent fasting. Well, I did agree. I will admit that I did agree with some viewpoints that Greg Doucette had. He's actually a good YouTuber. You guys should go follow him. Same with Greg O'Gallagher. But there were things that, he didn't understand about intermittent fasting, because he didn't know the health benefits of it. He just looks at the calories more than just overall, not eating anything. So what is, why do people do it? Of course, like I said, it helps in weight loss. And Greg Doucette was basically giving Greg O'Gallagher shit for his dieting strategy, which, to be fair, Greg O'Gallagher probably didn't have, the best tactic in order to, do intermittent fasting. He, breaks it with a Rice Krispie square, which is probably not a good, way of breaking a fast. And then you have collagen protein, but, protein's great, you know what I'm saying? So, Greg Doucette, he's very, 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 very big into just eating 3 meals a day, 3 to 5. And Greg O'Gallagher, he's into 2 meals, if anything. And it makes sense to why, Greg Doucette was giving O'Gallagher shit, because he's basically saying that, if you're trying to, lose weight, it's probably not the best approach to diet poor as well. You're going to lose weight regardless. Calories are calories. If you count them correctly, you will either lose the weight or you'll gain the weight. So basically, I still do intermittent fasting, and people think, how are you, intermittent fasting when you're also bulking? It has to do with the calories. You see, most people think, it would be significantly harder because your eating window is typically short, so you're kind of just stuffing, food down your throat, which is partially true. I know one guy, his name's Alec Krueger. Shout out my man right there. He was also on Greg O'Gallagher's channel. He was in a video with Greg O'Gallagher. He was a fan that was brought onto his, video, and they had a great video together. I thought it was a pretty cool video to watch. But Adam, he's also bulking, but he's not fasting. You see, he thinks it's harder, to put on, mass when you're not, shoving food down your throat in the wrong way. He eats, I think, 4 meals that add up to be 4,000 calories. I think that's what Adam does. So he doesn't fast. He makes it a little bit easier on himself, and he eats breakfast, lunch, dinner, a couple snacks, and it all adds up to be 4,000 calories. For me, I do it differently, and I'm not dissing his way. I would actually probably do it his way for one day if you guys like to see that. But I don't know. I typically fast, I wake up for the first 4 to 6 hours, and I don't eat anything. And, I'll break my fast correctly. I'll have a banana, and I'll have some protein, like my protein powders, and, sorry, my hands are in the way. But that's typically how I break my fast. I break it with a banana, protein, some sort of a fruit. It doesn't have to be bananas. It could be an apple, it could be grapes, strawberries, blueberries, whatever. I typically like to break my fast with a fruit, and then I have my protein right after that. And then I usually have 2 big meals that add up to be 3,500 calories. That's my surplus calories. So, 200 pounds times 15, that's 3,000. And then when you add an additional 500 calories, that's your surplus. I don't know if I said 12 or 15. It's 15 times 200. That's 3,000 calories, and then add 500. But I'm getting carried away there. So people think that, intermittent fasting is just for weight loss. No, you can actually bulk with it. It depends if your stomach can handle being expanded like that with a lot of food at a time. So, yeah, it typically depends. So, people think that intermittent fasting is bad. I mean, me and my girlfriend, we fast. And, sometimes we'll go out with our families to eat. And we'll just say, hey, we'll take this to go. And, I mean, my family's gotten used to it. They're like, okay, that's fine. Sometimes her family's just kind of like, weird about it. I mean, there's a lot of people who are weird about it, and it's not, that's kind of normal. They're like, you don't eat. I mean, that's the typical thing I get. Like I'll wake up, and sometimes I'll meet my friends for breakfast. I'll just have a cup of coffee. And like the waitress or my friends will be like, why are you not eating? I'm fasting, And people think that like that's bad, but it actually increases your metabolism. And especially when you're, bulking, your metabolism's already having to be increased a significant amount in order to, crumble down all the food that you just ate. So, yeah, intermittent fasting's not bad. It has great benefits to it. I'm not gonna lie when I say that. But it also does come down to the amount of calories that you're eating and what you're eating. So, I mean, it's more of a calorie quantity more than a food quality. So, you don't have to fast in order to lose weight, and you don't have to walk 10,000 steps on top of that to lose weight. There's different ways you can lose weight. You don't have to, like I said, you don't have to walk 10,000 steps a day. I find that beneficial. That'll be in a different video. But, you can bike, you can go hiking, you can do running, you can dance, you can do anything, on your own time to burn calories, additional calories when you want to lose weight. And it also does come down to being in a calorie deficit. That's super, super important. That's 12 times your body weight. You're welcome. But that on top of fasting, I found that to be the most effective for my weight loss. Basically fasting, walking 10,000 steps a day, and being in a calorie deficit. Doesn't matter what you eat, but it also does. So like, if you're typically a person who, I just kicked my water bottle. If you're typically a person that, eats junk food, you can do it. This should not even be a problem for you. You just kind of have to have a little bit of willpower. That's about it. You should be disciplined in order to do fasting and being in a deficit. But, like if you don't typically eat, salads and stuff like that all the time, you can eat a cheeseburger. You can eat a cheeseburger. You can eat, French fries, you can eat ribs, you can eat steak, potatoes, you can eat whatever you want. As long as you're in a deficit, you're going to lose weight. And you should also, track how much protein you're intaking at a time. That would also be pretty important. So, fasting has its perks. I'm not going to lie when I say that. And I still do it, even though I'm putting on mass. I've put on 24 pounds. it's just incredible to me, as a matter of fact, that I've put on 24 pounds. Like, it's crazy. I can put on weight super fast, and I can also lose weight super fast. So regardless of what you're doing, the key takeaway from this is, do you have to do fasting? No, but it is super beneficial if you want to do it. I just push my meal later in the day, and you know, I never was really a big breakfast person first thing in the morning. I was always sick whenever I had breakfast. You don't have to listen to me. You can eat breakfast, you can eat lunch, you can eat dinner, and you can still lose weight. It all comes down to the calories. And I can't stress that enough. I mean, you don't have to do fasting. But is it great to do it? Absolutely. I think that when it comes to losing weight, whole 6 meal a day thing is complete horse shit. You should not have to eat the same chicken and broccoli 6 times a day. There's just, I mean, there's no variety. There's no variety in that. And when you're losing weight, I mean, that's super important when it comes to like weight loss. I find that intermittent fasting, it helps to have you have a big meal. So whenever I was losing weight, you know, of course, this is in regards to my own calorie intake. You have to track yours. When I was losing weight, I would, you know, wake up for the first 4 to 6 hours, not have anything to eat, just coffee and water. And it's probably just 1 cup of coffee. I would never have any more than that. Still do to this day. And I would break my fast with, you know, a banana and protein. And I would, you know, have my first big meal. It was typically like, I don't know, 1,200 calories. Most of my, you know, intake in that day. So you don't have to, and after that, it was either, you know, a chocolate bar, because at that weight I was at, you know, I could have that for my second meal, be done for the day, or 3 eggs and some bagels. I mean, that's how I lost my weight. But do you have to tactically follow my strategy? No, you don't have to follow that. You can, you know, lose weight in a different way, and you can work out in a different way than me, and you'll still get the same results, fasting or not fasting. So that's just completely up to you guys. And even for bulking, I think intermittent fasting is great for bulking, because you can eat, you know, humongous portions of food, and I'm just disgusting when I eat, you know what I mean? So like, that's just perfect for me. And I know that bulking is, you know, it's harder on everyone's stomach typically, because like you're eating at a surplus, your body's trying to burn it off, and you feel like, you know, shit half the time. But see, I know Adam, he does it with 4 meals, and that's great actually. I've been wanting to try something like that. I've been wanting to try Greg Doucette's, I think that's how you say his last name, Greg Doucette's diet. It looks amazing. I saw Will Tennyson went over that diet. That looks great. I'm actually willing to try that as well. That'd be the first time that I would be willing to break my fast super early in the morning for the first time in 2 years. I've been doing this for 2 years, fasting. I feel great. It's been great for my skin, you know, mental health too. It's helped my health mentally. There's just a lot of perks to it. There's more, like, everything that I've said in this video, other than just weight loss, when it comes to intermittent fasting, there's more benefits to that. You gotta look it up. I'm not gonna be the one to explain all of the benefits, but that is technically most of the benefits, is that it helps in your weight loss, or it can help you put on muscle depending on, like, you know, how much food you can intake at a time. That's okay. So that's basically the gist of intermittent fasting. You just find a window that works with your time. Let's say you want to, you know, eat lunch at 2 o'clock, break the fast at 2 o'clock, and end it around 10. See, like, what I do, like, people are so strict on the times when it comes to intermittent fasting. I'm not. You know, I'm very lenient. Like, my last meal, it's whenever I get to it. You know, people think that you have to have it before 10 o'clock if you eat at 2, because that's the end of your window. I mean, don't be so strict on it. Be loose, lenient. And at the end of the day, like I said, it all comes down to the calories. So whatever calories in are going to be the calories that come out. I mean, and how much you're burning in the exercises, but you don't burn a lot during exercise. I mean, if it's cardio, long hours of cardio, yeah, you're going to burn a lot of calories. That's what cardio is. You burn more calories when you lift weights or do strength training. Strength training is for building muscle or retaining muscle as you lose weight. So again, key takeaway, you don't have to do fasting, but it's also beneficial if you want to do fasting. People think that it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It actually helps in weight loss. So if you want to do it, you can do that, but you also don't have to do that for weight loss. Okay, I'm just trying to put that out there for people to understand. It is not a bad thing. I find it very enjoyable eating 2 humongous meals a day and some dessert, and it fits into my calories. It all comes down to the calories. Remember that, and how much protein you're getting in at a time. So if this helped, give it a like, give it a share, send it to your buddies. Maybe it'll help them in, getting leaner and leaner for summer. I'm sure as hell not worried about getting leaner for summer. I'm just trying to put on as much muscle as I can, and I can't wait for the gyms to open back up again so I can go past 225 on my incline bench, and I'm very stoked. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.